Championships are only the beginning. Dynasty Road.
Hello and welcome back to the Dynasty Road. We have another player profile to go over today, and today we're going to be discussing Garret Wilson, the junior from Ohio State, 21 years old, 6 feet tall. And why is he someone that you want to have on your Dynasty radar? He's one of these wide receivers that have the tangibles that we like to see when it comes to how did he progress from a freshman to a sophomore to a junior, and did we see those big jumps? Well, in his freshman year, he played 13 games, had 30 receptions. Sophomore year, only played 8 games, but had 43 receptions. And then his junior year, this past season, 2021, 11 games, 70 receptions, over 1,000 receiving yards. And that's with Chris Olave, who's another stud wide receiver that's on Ohio State. But you see how Garret Wilson is just becoming that dominant wide receiver, how he made those leaps. He's got a good build to him. He's still young. And you see that with mock drafts. He's going as low as pick 16 to the Eagles, or even as high as pick 12 to the Vikings, which I think pick 12 to the Vikings is a pretty good landing spot for him to have Jefferson there with him on one side. If they can get a decent quarterback or a better offensive head coach that can really take advantage of the weapons that they will have. I mean, Jefferson, Wilson, Cook, their tight ends. I mean, they will have a pretty decent team if they can work on some defense on that. But then pick 13, the Browns, I see some of them saying that they might go to him, and I think he'll be good in any situation he's in. But I think the Browns and Baker Mayfield and what's going on with that's going to be tough. So it's definitely someone to keep on your Dynasty radar. Garret Wilson will be a name that you want to see. It's very similar to some of the top wide receivers we saw come out of college this past season, how they matured and how they progressed through their college careers, and you'll see Garret Wilson doing the same thing. Like a Jamar Chase, who went off on his freshman year was 23 receptions, but then his sophomore year went up to 84 receptions. And again, it's that jump showing that they're taking that elite jump, that making that stand. Now again, he's not going to say that he's going to be Jamar Chase, but these are some of the guys, the player profiles that you're looking at with a Garret Wilson, who was making those steps, who went from the sophomore, the junior year, and making those jumps. He's only 21 years old. He's going to have plenty of time to mature. He's going to be a really good Dynasty prospect, I think, over the next few years. And it's going to be someone who, depending on where he lands, and we've said this before in some of our videos, where it really does depend on where these guys go. Again, if he goes to the Browns, will he be utilized as well as he could be? Is Garret Wilson going to have that Jamar Chase type numbers, or will he suffer and end up, and be like a Devontae Smith, where quarterback play really did hurt him this year because Jalen Hurts is more of a running quarterback than he was a passing quarterback. Now that could change, and Devontae Smith is very much a really good talent, don't get me wrong, but again, when you look at him, he didn't have that jump. He didn't have that leap. He won the Heisman, so he had a lot of talent and a lot of hype around him, but he didn't have that jump. It was just a steady. He spent all 4 years, so when he's 21, 22 years old, he's going against 18-year-olds as cornerbacks and 19-year-olds a lot of the times, and not all the time, but a lot of the times, especially when he's in there for all 4 years. And that's with Chris Olave. Garrett Wilson's teammate. He's a senior this year. He's steadily progressed, but that's why I don't think you see as much hype right now about Chris Olave. Time will tell, definitely, who has a better um, dynasty um, outlook and who has a better real professional career outlook. But if you're kind of doing a little bit of research right now is who you might want to pick up and who you might want to look at, Garrett Wilson is not a bad wide receiver, especially if you need wide receivers to kind of build around based on his player profile, based off of what you've seen him do over the last few seasons and how he's just progressed and gone right up. But again, he goes to the Vikings, not a bad spot. Eagles, maybe they might change things around with the way they handle their offense and their defense. Maybe a little bit more less running when they have two stud wide receivers. That might help them out a lot. But if he goes to the Browns, and who knows, this is what we're January. The draft is in April. There's still a lot of time for teams to add guys, free agents, release players. Other teams might all of a sudden now be in the mix. Something could happen to Wilson, in the Columbine, pro day, whatever, while he's working out, and something could happen to him that could hurt his stock status. So there's still a lot of variables that could happen. But it was just something to kind of put out there now. Again, these are way too early, but it's fun to talk about. It's something that kind of keeps you going. You look at your team. Okay, where can I make changes? This draft coming up, maybe you have a few picks, whether first round picks or second round picks, and maybe you're looking at these kind of guys. Well, could I get him? Do I have to use my first round to get him? Or depending on how the quarterbacks go or the running backs go, could I get him in the second round? Which I doubt in a rookie draft this year. I doubt you're going to get him in the second round. He's definitely going in the first round. I doubt he'll be going number one overall, but he will definitely be going in the first round. So you probably have to use that first round pick on him. But that was just a little thought on Garrett Wilson for today. And if you found this video interesting, leave a like and subscribe. And we'll see you next video. See ya.